It's Monday, March 25. In the headlines, National Housing Trust's Smart Energy Home Improvement Loan. In business news, updates on the financial market. Regionally, Regional Security System Council discusses Haiti. And in sports, Edwin Allen and Kingston College still celebrating after claiming top spot at this year's Issa Grace Kennedy Boys and Girls Championships. This is the news on PBC Jamaica. I'm Simone Absalom Gale. Senator Matthew Samuda, who has ministerial portfolio responsible for environment and climate change, says there is a need for greater investment in coastal tourism protection. In particular, breakwater systems to protect the beaches in the tourism resort area of Negril. Breakwater systems are offshore structures of concrete or stone built to protect harbors and marinas from wave action and to help prevent beach erosion. In the past, stakeholders in the tourism resort town of Negril have objected to suggestions of breakwater systems. But Senator Samuda says, quote, "These are the realities that we will have to face if we are to protect coastal tourism," end quote. He notes that assessments see significant disruptions for the Dominican Republic and for Turks and Caicos. So, he says Jamaica's situation is not unique, but he is urging Jamaicans to adapt to ensure resilience. Mr. Samuda is quoted saying, "Climate change is here. The climate is changing. It is changing faster than the original projections and bringing thought leaders to make sure that we strategize, build in the sort of plans and investment strategies and bankable strategies that protect the industry," end quote. Senator Samuda argues that there is a lot more work to be done, not only in the hotel industry, but within the service sector generally, to ensure that Jamaica does not only take a moral, but a practical position to reduce its emissions. He says the tourism industry has a role to play, though a service-based industry and not a heavy-duty industrial usage in the context of Jamaica. As of July 1, 2024, there will be changes to the National Housing Trust's Home Improvement Loan Policy. The changes will allow all contributors to access home improvement loans of up to $3.5 million after 10 years. Prime Minister Andrew Holness made the announcement during his contribution to the budget debate on Thursday.
As a result, effective July 1st, 2024, the NHT will revise its home improvement loan policy to allow all contributors to access the home improvement loans up to $3.5 million after 10 years.
He also announced that NHT contributors would be able to access this loan to outfit their houses with any combination of smart energy home improvement.
To outfit their dwellings with any combination of solar panels and solar batteries, solar water heaters and solar insulations, other renewable energy technologies, windmills, hydropower, biomass, rainwater harvesting and storage to include water tanks and pumps.
Meantime, the NHT is developing a response to the effects of climate change on dwellings.
This new policy will have direct impact on the NHT's design of new structures, which will be optimized for natural cooling and cross-ventilation, rainwater harvesting, and solar energy.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness has announced that this year, the Heart NSTA Trust will introduce the Community Action for Rewarding Engagement CARE initiative, which will target unemployed youth not enrolled in a training program.
Speaking during his contribution to the budget debate on Thursday, Prime Minister Andrew Holness says Heart will be proactive in finding disenfranchised people in an effort to boost the country's workforce.
Heart will be proactive in finding you and bringing you to the well of trade. If our economy is to grow, we need every able-bodied man and woman who is able and capable of working to join the labor force.
Mr. Holness also said that members of parliament will be asked to identify 30 youths from their constituency using predetermined selection parameters set by the program.
To join the labor force. The CARE initiative will be activated in all 63 constituencies. Each member of parliament will be asked to identify 30 young persons from their constituency using predetermined selection parameters set by the program. A specialized team in Heart will go to their houses or meet them on the corner if necessary to engage with them and enroll them into the program that will enhance their employability.
He said every student enrolled in Heart under the initiative will receive a monthly grant of $15,000 to offset transportation costs.
And this is why we have decided that every student enrolled in Heart under the new CARE initiative will receive a monthly transportation stipend of $15,000 to offset transportation costs to the Heart institutions in which they would be enrolled. The grant will be tied to their attendance, obviously.
Trainees enrolled under the CARE initiative will also receive another $13,000 per week for the duration of their training. Reporting for the news on PBCJ, I'm Danita Rodney.
U.S.-based airline JetBlue says it plans to add more flights to Jamaica based on increased demand. JetBlue currently has 78 flights coming to Jamaica each week from several U.S. cities. Responding to this development, Delana Sivright, senior advisor and strategist in the Ministry of Tourism, told Radio Jamaica News that Jamaica is categorized as a top-performing destination by JetBlue. Jamaica has welcomed 1 million visitors and earned $1 billion in foreign exchange in the first 2 months of the year. Time now for the business report.
Good day, everyone, and thank you for joining us on the Business Report. I'm Denise Williams, your guide through the latest happenings in the world of business. Jamaica has an annual need of 15,000 new housing solutions. The National Housing Trust, NHT, is projecting to commence construction of 15,009 housing solutions across the island during the upcoming fiscal year, which begins April 1. Making his contribution to the 2024-25 budget debate in the House of Representatives on March 21, Prime Minister, the Most Honorable Andrew Holness, said that more than 96% of the solutions are geared towards lower middle income to low income contributors. JIS News reports that the programmed housing solutions by parish and projects include 32 at Vineyard Town, Maxfield Park, and St. Paul's Lane, Kingston, 46 at Foreshore for St. Andrew, 1,105 at Silversun and Colbeck in St. Catherine, 333 at Hummingbird Meadows and Monimus, 2 in Clarendon, 492 at Perth, 2 in Manchester, 130 at Brompton Manor 2 and Malvern in St. Elizabeth, 60 at Sheffield Palms in Westmoreland, 120 in Winchester, Hanover, 118 in Windsor, Trelawney, 524 housing solutions at Irving and Estuary 2, St. James, 14 at Nonsuch, St. Mary, 100 at Roselle, St. Thomas, and 600 for Build on Own Land, construction loan, and homeowner projects in all parishes. Barbados Prime Minister Mia Mottley announced yesterday that there will be no new taxes in the 2024 national budget she presented to Parliament. Prime Minister Mottley also indicated there would be a review of the tax structures and increasing access to financing for the private and public sectors. The government had earlier presented to Parliament the estimates for total expenditure for the financial year of 2024 and 2025 on an accrual basis. Ms. Motley said the financial package illuminates a future prosperity, and Barbados can now go into a period of increased social stability and heightened and sustainable growth. During the period of March 22, 2024, in trading, the top 3 advancing stocks covered the finance and distribution sectors on the Jamaica Stock Exchange. JMMB Group, 7.25% variable rate, Jamaican cumulative rate preference shares advanced 10.07% for a 29-cent price increase to close at $3.17 with 207 shares traded. Jamaica Stock Exchange shares advanced 10.04% for a 95 cents upward price movement to close at $10.41 with 3,774 shares traded. AMG Packaging and Paper Company Limited shares advanced 9.90% for a 31-cent price hike to close at $3.44 with 21 shares traded. On the declining stocks that traders experienced on March 22, 2024, the top 3 losers covered the finance and real estate sectors. Mayberry Jamaica Equities Limited declined by 12.14% for a $1.31 price drop to close at $9.48 with 18,152 shares traded. Cygnus Credit Investments Limited US dollar shares declined by 11.03% for a 1 cent slippage to close at US 8 cents with 3,327 shares traded. 138 Student Living Jamaica Limited declined by 10.7% for a 46 cents price decline to close at $3.84 with 161,333 shares traded. Over on the Twin Island Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, their stock exchange trading for March 22, 2024 registered a volume of 2,674,948 shares crossing the floor of the exchange, valued at TT $12,070,992.61. Grace Kennedy Limited was the volume leader with 1,196,061 shares changing hands for a value of TT $4,664,669.29, followed by National Enterprises Limited with a volume of 1,188,960 shares being traded for TT $4,553,536.42. Moving from the money moves of investors, executives, and companies, we turn to the Forex market. On March 22, 2024, the Bank of Jamaica reported that US $12.8 million was bought from Forex traders, while US $16.1 million was sold to Forex traders. Buying directly from the Bank of Jamaica, foreign currency traders sold the US dollar for $154.62 and bought the US dollar for $153.04. The difference between the buy and sell rate was $1.58, which represents a profit for Forex traders for every US dollar traded. Canadian Forex traders earned a trading profit of $1.58 from transactions with the Bank of Jamaica. The Canadian dollar was sold at $116.73 and bought for $110.41. For traders looking at the British pound, they pocketed a profit of $8.86, selling it for $201.54 and buying it for $192.68. For our credit report tip of the day, when you have high interest rates on loans or credit cards, it can be tough to make your payments on time. This can lower your credit score because late payments hurt your credit history. Here's what you can do. Check your rates. Keep an eye on the interest rates you're paying on loans and credit cards. If they're too high, see if you can negotiate with your lenders for better terms. And with that, we wrap up today's business report. I'm Denise Williams. Appreciate your company. Stay well informed, stay ahead of the curve. Until our next update, take care.
In regional news, a Barbados diplomat believes if legislative changes are adopted to allow third-generation descendants living in the United Kingdom to acquire citizenship, there would be a surge in applications. That is the view of Deputy High Commissioner Mackie Holder. He was speaking to Barbadian journalists during a courtesy call made possible by the British High Commission. Mr. Holder says the grandchildren of Barbadians who are living in England are interested in becoming citizens of the island.
The issue that we are dealing with and that the Prime Minister has put on the table is citizenship for third and fourth generation Barbadians. And there's a lot of interest in that. Always the first question you get when there's an interaction with Barbadians in the various communities is around that. Citizenship for their grandchildren, their great-grands, and so on. And I'm sure that whenever the legislation goes through Parliament, that we are going to see a surge of Barbadians, of younger generations, maybe taking up residence and so on in Barbados. I think that that is a complex question, and at the end of the day, any numbers that go into Barbados, especially if they have an affinity to with Barbados, would help. There's going to be some hard discussions. There will have to be some hard discussions as to how we get our population up to help drive the productivity in the country and the development of the country. But definitely, it will be a great thing to have third and fourth generation Barbadians returning to Barbados with their various experiences, educational backgrounds, and new interests to help fuel the development of Barbados.
The 49th Regional Security System Council of Ministers meeting commenced on Friday with emphasis on bolstering security and stability in Haiti. Attention was also placed on addressing the challenges faced in the region by organized transnational crime. Isanella Patier reports.
The High-Level Regional Security System RSS Council of Ministers meeting was held under the theme Strength Through Unity at the Ramada Princess Hotel at Providence, East Bank, Demerara. Home Affairs Minister Robinson Ben, who is also the outgoing chair of the RSS, directed particular attention towards the crisis in Haiti. In 2021, the instability in Haiti worsened with the assassination of President Jovenel Moïse. Since then, the nation has been grappling with escalating gang violence, plunging the country deeper into crisis.
Ultimately, if we are not able to help in the stabilization of Haiti, it would speak to profound failures again. And I know that both the United States and our international partners and others, along with the CARICOM, are having meetings end on end in relation to the question of a resolution in Haiti.
Minister Ben said it is imperative to safeguard Haiti's population, especially vulnerable groups like women and children, to prevent further descent into chaos. According to Ben, peace, freedom, and development cannot be assured without security.
And given the questions of what is happening in Haiti too, is that we need to be able to take a longer view or a short range view of 3 years to determine where the regional security system will be in relation to these challenges, how these challenges will evolve, and how we will respond to those challenges. And then we come back with the hard numbers with respect to requests, with respect to the exchange of knowledge and expertise, with regards to the training of our security forces at all levels.
Echoing similar sentiments, Dr. Terence Drew, the Security Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis, and the incoming chair of the RSS, also underscored the critical need for unity, noting that an unstable Haiti could destabilize the entire region.
A destabilized Haiti can never result in a stabilized region. I will state it the other way. An unstable Haiti will result in an unstable region.
Meanwhile, Minister Ben also highlighted the pressing need for collective action against transnational crime, which according to him has escalated amid post-COVID-19 challenges. Acknowledging the evolving nature of criminal activities, the minister emphasized the necessity for enhanced resources and coordination to combat drug trafficking, money laundering, illegal firearm trade, and human trafficking. The RSS received supportive remarks from various diplomats, including the British High Commissioner to Guyana, the U.S. Ambassador to Guyana, and the EU Ambassador to Guyana, who lauded the RSS efforts in combating transnational crime and enhancing regional security cooperation. For Newsroom, Isanella Patwa.
Prime Minister Dr. Terence Drew has asserted that CARICOM has been a tremendous benefit to St. Kitts and Nevis. Speaking in an interview from Freedom FM's Issues program, Dr. Drew touted the benefits of CARICOM, listing the various regional entities that serve the Federation.
We benefit a lot from CARICOM. I want that to be clear. RSS. When things get tough in St. Kitts, we say, why don't we bring in the RSS? The RSS is a CARICOM force, is a regional force. That's a benefit that we have. The other thing that we benefit is SEDIMA, for example, that deals with disasters. Each time a hurricane is heading towards St. Kitts, SEDIMA, which is a CARICOM institution, step forward to help us to deal with the St. Kitts and Nevis can't deal with that on their own. If the security get tough, St. Kitts and Nevis can't deal with it on their own. CXC, St. Kitts and Nevis cannot on its own set up a examination council that will be respected around the world. We have CXC, RSS, SEDIMA that deal with that. We have CAFA that deals with the health aspects of our countries in the CARICOM. Why am I dealing with education, health, and security? These are the very foundations on which any country is built. Any successful country is built. Therefore, CARICOM has played a tremendous role. The CDB, Caribbean Development Bank, that bank is what is giving us the first $17 million to develop the geothermal in Nevis. So I want to say that CARICOM has been very positive for all of its members, including St. Kitts and Nevis.
The Prime Minister reiterated his point that St. Kitts and Nevis has not yet signed on to the broader free movement of persons from CARICOM, as it is still determining what aspects of this new thrust would be beneficial to the country. I'm Andre Huey for SKN Newsline.
In sports, throughout the blocks with athletics, Edwin Allen High won their 10th girls title at the 2024 ISA Grace Kennedy Boys and Girls Athletics Championships on a Saturday night at the National Stadium. The girls dethroned Hydel to win. The Michael Dyke coached team amassed 333.50 points from 46 finals. Hydel finished on 326. St. Jago High 171, Homewood Technical 149, and Woolworth Girls 128.50 completed the top 5. Over on the boys' count, Kingston College secured their 35th title, 4 in the last 5 years, with a whopping 335 points. Jamaica College looked to challenge North Street Boys, but only amassed 278 points after 5 days of competition. The other schools rounding out the top 5 were Calabar High 194, Excelsior High 122, and St. Jago High 111.5. Over to football. Jamaican footballer Khadija Bunny Shaw is Manchester City's all-time goal scorer in the Women's Super League era. She made history after netting her 18th goal in the league on Saturday. The Reggae girl helped guide her team to victory against Manchester United. The 27-year-old netted the side's 3rd goal almost immediately following the resumption of the break at Etihad to extend her ruthless scoring streak and overtake previous City record holder Georgia Stanway, who now plays for Bayern Munich in Germany. Staying with football, as the organizers of the Republic Bank Caribbean Premier League have revealed that the 2023 edition of the tournament recorded a total economic impact of over 20 billion Guyana dollars. More in this report.
Between September 13th and the 24th of 2023, there were 6 regular season matches and 4 playoff matches in Guyana. The tournament concluded in front of a sellout home crowd at the National Stadium in Providence, with the Guyana Amazon Warriors claiming their first CPL title. The economic impact study was compiled by the world-renowned research organization YouGov Sport and reported on the impact of CPL had on the local economy. Many factors are taken into account, though the key economic drivers for Guyana are organizer spending, visitor spending, and media value. During the CPL window, the tournament filled a record of 23,217 hotel room nights in Guyana, made up by CPL's significant cohort, which included players, coaches, administrators, TV and media crews, team owner groups, league and franchise event management teams, and overseas visitors who arrived to watch the games. A large part of the total economic impact came from the money spent by these overseas visitors who stayed for considerable time in Guyana during the CPL matches, enjoying the many activities put on as part of the Cricket Carnival. Guyana also benefited from the tournament being broadcast worldwide, with CPL's total audience reaching 853.5 million viewers. The 2024 Republic Bank CPL will occur from August 28 to October 6. The final will again take place at the National Stadium in Providence. For the newsroom, Akim Green.
And that's it for the news on PBCJ. Remember, you can follow us on our social media platforms at PBCJamaica. Thank you so much for watching.